episode of Loud About Nothing. It's me, your boy, the hottest dude in the podcast game, Sebastian Conelli. And as always, per usual, we got the cute boy here himself, Robbie boy. Robbie, say hello to beautiful people.
Beautiful people, what is going on?
What is going on? I'll tell you this, man. We made the pilgrimage.
Nice. How was it?
I took my long journey to the place that people told me to go. Buc-ee's.
I didn't even recognize you. I'm singing to myself Charlie XCX this morning, walking down the street. And then at the last second, I'm like, oh, shit, that's Sebastian. You were waiting for me on the corner.
The thirstiest thing you could say is
what?
Singing Charlie XCX.
I was. I'm not going to lie. Was I not? Did you see me?
You were far away. I wasn't like, oh, he's singing Charlie XCX.
You didn't see me in my zone?
But that's very you. You're prepping to flirt. For you to listen
I
to
like
Charlie
the music.
Oh, sure.
How often am I listening to stuff I don't like?
No. He likes the music. He's on record liking the music. I think he's prepping to flirt.
Sure, yeah.
You're playing the game. You're getting ready.
I went to Carly Rae Jepsen last year.
Of
I don't even know if I talked about it on the podcast.
Of course. I'm sure you talked about it to other people.
You think this is a move I'm doing?
No,
you think this is a move?
I think that, you're just putting in the good training, the good work to connect with hot women. I think that
you think
doing.
That's what it is, or is it gay men?
No, I think whatever you want it to be, but I do think that you're putting in the work to flirt with people.
With people,
I think that some people, good flirters aren't made on the court.
Okay.
They're made from the hours they put in watching rom-coms, listening to Charlie XCX.
Sure, yeah.
Right? And that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
You have that Mamba mentality when it comes to flirting with hot girls. You wake up, you go.
This is not my life.
This is you. You have the Mamba mentality for flirting with girls.
You think I'm reverse engineering everything.
You wake up and you go. I'll have a yogurt with. I'll do overnight oats or yogurt. You know what I mean? You're practicing what to talk about with them. You're out here. You're listening to their music. You're making sure that you're absorbing what they love.
Maybe my interests are just flirty. Did you ever think of that?
What came first? The chicken or the
hen?
What came first? The chicken or the hen? Did you say?
I thought you said hen. The chicken or the egg?
What came first? The goose or the duck? I wonder what came first. What happened? Well, crocodile or the alligators?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Anyways, I went to Buc-ee's, and I have to say, nothing is quite like something living up to the hype.
I love that.
It lived up to the hype, and that was so exciting for me.
Yeah.
I got out, and I was so excited and happy to be there.
It is just like know what the people want and deliver. They
did.
Which is great. Which I feel like was with this album. Is like know what the people want and deliver. And it's so many people fuck this up.
So many people mess this up, and they don't. And
it seems like they really know, like just based on what you're wearing.
I got a bunch of crap.
You got this in South Carolina, USA, and what is on the cover? An eagle.
An eagle. I know. I went for a real South Carolina
matching hat that says local legend.
I'm a local legend.
It's cute still. It has the cute little thing, but it's like, all right, we're also tough because we're from South Carolina, USA, and Texas.
Hell yeah.
It really, I mean, just even seeing this is like, yeah, this is exactly what the people want.
And the food was so good.
Yeah.
Now, I'm on record at saying I'm in a place in my life from age and trouble controlling themselves around food, I'm at an age where I'm not really open to trying new foods.
Okay.
I'm at that age.
Yeah.
I'm not really open to trying new foods.
It has to really jump off the page.
It has to. People really need to be singing it about it.
It has to be an event over the food. It has to be bigger than the food.
I like too many foods.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I like too many foods.
You have enough.
It's like when you go on vacation to a couple spots and you go, do I need to try a new resort? I love this one.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
yes.
I love pizza so much, I don't need to go to Sandals.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
So I'm like, I don't need to try new foods. But Buc-ee's,
yeah,
I tried the beaver nugs.
It was...
And I brought you back because you know when you try something and you get so excited that you're like, I need to bring this to someone else?
Yes.
Let me say this, Rob. When that cheddar beaver nugget hit my lip, when it hit my tongue, I only could think of you.
That's nice.
I ate it and I go, I love it. Robbie will be obsessed. because that's
they delivered.
right up your
It was
alley.
exactly what you want. It was the perfect texture, the perfect crunch, the perfect flavor.
It was nice for you, huh?
And it's like a lot of, yeah, and it's weird because it was in the same, we'll call it in the same, I don't know, family as like Puffy Cheetos meets Smart Food Popcorn.
Yeah, like a pirate booty, but
Yes.
less stale.
So it feels like what's happening is those two things, we're getting further from what we like about those things when they're making new iterations. It's like I see white cheddar popcorn and it's like less cheddary, more cardboard tasting. They're like trying to fit profiles that nobody really wants. Like we're eating junk food. It's so annoying when they're trying to make it healthy. I'm like, what are we doing at this point? I should have a fucking fruit.
There we go.
I'm eating Skinny Pop white cheddar, and there's just like a sprinkle of white cheddar.
Oop, don't go in my cabinets.
Am I wrong, though? It's like further from what the people want.
Well, here's the thing.
And then the Cheeto Puffs, it's like the Pirates boot. It's just we're getting further from what's good about these things, and it's this, whatever you gave me was the perfect profile.
White cheddar beaver nuggets. So I think
white cheddar beaver nuggets, they are perfect.
I think they
taste perfect.
Can I kind of sum up what you're saying a little bit? Because I felt like it was a beautiful journey down a stream. But
okay.
I
you don't know where it went.
I need to mainline it.
Okay, we went too far from what is good about the things.
Yes, exactly.
That's my thesis, I guess.
Too many foods, and this is a man that loves that. I've tried every diet food, right?
Yes.
I've tried every diet food,
yes.
But too many foods they try to. Oh, we'll lean it more towards diet-based culture, right? We'll lean it more towards the diet-based culture, and they said, no, we'll lean more into the...
What makes it good.
What makes it good. We're not worrying about the cows on the back. We're worrying about the flavor in the mouth.
And it doesn't even end up being that many more
It doesn't. It's
calories.
It's like 40 more.
Yeah.
Rather than dropping 40.
It's just, it is really crazy.
Yeah.
It's like you're relying on the name or the idea of it, not like what it actually is.
Of course.
And people really rely, I mean, in all forms across everything, I feel like we see this.
And then we also had the regular beaver nuggets, and these
also incredible.
I looked at them and I said, I don't like Cracker Jacks. I hope these don't taste like Cracker Jacks. And I opened the bag and I was brought back to a young boy sitting at his kitchen table. Finally, his mother let him buy Waffle Crisp and I got to eat it.
Yeah.
It was truly, beaver nuggets were a memory and a crunch.
Yes.
It felt like I was taken back to the 2000 eating Waffle Crisp on a Saturday because we had time to sit around.
Yeah.
I felt it's just amazing the food, how it evokes that feeling inside of me. I called my sister up. I said, hi, what are you doing? And she said, I'm doing this. I go, stop, FaceTime me now. And I showed her me putting a nugget in my mouth. It was so good.
It was so good. Yeah, they were really good.
It was so good. I said, you need to see me consume.
Because it would be, yeah.
I mukbang. I did a solo mukbang for my sister. I did a solo mukbang for the sis. I said, hit me up. You need to watch me eat this and see the faces I make.
It was really good. It was as if the Waffle Crisp, because you can't eat cereal dry.
No.
But this worked dry.
Worked. It was
obviously
born to be dry.
Yeah, it was born to be dry.
Born to be dry like a Mormon woman.
And it wasn't even... It wasn't...
Like a woman of the cloth. Beaver nuggets are like a woman of the cloth. Born to be dry. The flavor of something that could have been wet, but born to be dry.
Yes, it was dry. Was it painfully dry?
No. If
but dry
anything,
indeed.
The crunch added at something.
For sure.
It added an explosion of joy.
Yeah, it was really good.
I'm not into things coming in my mouth.
Okay.
But
you were cool with this.
I'll snap a beaver nugget all over my fucking throat any day of the week. Oh, God. So I just shout out everyone that told me Buc-ee's was the spot. You were right. Buc-ee's was the spot. If you ever have a chance to go. It was so fun to see.
It is really nice to see something that really feels like it understands the people. Because I feel like we get so many things that we're missing. We're not in alignment.
For the people, by the people. The way that they're paying the employees is tremendous.
Oh, nice.
The people we walk in, they're so happy to see you. And they did something in the bathroom, Robbie, that I really want to get your opinion on. They did this thing where next to every urinal in the divider, they had a thing of alcohol sanitizers.
Interesting.
So that people didn't go wash their hands. They could, but also after you pee, you just hit the alcohol and you wiped your hands. Now, I want to know what you think about that.
To me,
yes,
this is for the pre.
Oh, okay.
That's
I didn't
how
even think of it as the pre.
I think of it as the pre.
A pre-scrub down.
Yeah, you do a little boom, you do the situation, and then you can wash.
Can
after.
I say this?
What?
For a society that's obsessed with their dicks,
Yeah.
we really don't put a lot of care into the pre-wash for the cockholds.
No, yeah.
We really don't put a lot of care into the pre-wash to go pee.
I have people in my family, I would say, that are on the side of germophobic. So I've been around people that do the pre-wash for
but
sure.
You walk in a regular bathroom.
No,
you
most
never
people
see a
are not
pre-wash.
doing a pre-wash.
And you ask a man, what does he care most about in his life? He's going to say, my cock.
Yeah.
And he doesn't even have 30 seconds for it. This is what you have to understand about men. The thing we love most in our world, we can't even take 30 seconds to make sure it doesn't get infected.
Yeah.
Oh, God, what are we going to do with us?
I don't know.
I feel like I just got to, I got to start doing a pre-wash.
A pre-wash isn't bad, but that's what I would read from that. Would be is what it's for.
See, for me, I thought it was men hit the bottom. It's so hard for them to just take that 3 steps to wash after a pee that they go, you know what? We'll make it even easier for you.
Yeah,
we'll make it
that
even
makes sense.
easier.
Do you ever see somebody? They do a situation in the bathroom and they don't wash their hands at all, and then you go back into like a restaurant or a setting and you see them living, and you're just like, especially if they're going back on a date or something. Like, that guy just shit and did not fucking wipe. Yeah, I've seen him for sure. People just
unwell.
Leave. It is unwell.
People
are wild. I'm like, are you just? This is a conscious menace choice. Like, some people, I think, make conscious choices. Like, I'm gonna be a menace.
I mean, the Bible, like every single iteration of the Bible, had made rules about washing your hands after wiping the ass. That's how you know it's like.
Yeah, you're right.
Like literally,
holy
like
water, the whole
every single Bible that exists, right?
One
the
thing
Bible,
we could all agree on.
the Quran, what's the other one?
The Torah.
The Torah, right? All 3 of those have rules about washing your hands after your shit.
Yeah, for
like,
sure.
That's literally, I don't know what religions agree on, but they agree on that.
Yeah, I feels almost like you have a moral responsibility to inform if they're on a date.
Rob.
I'm not going to do it.
Rob.
I'm not going to do it. But it feels like somewhat. It feels like someone. I think if a woman was for some reason disguised and went into the men's bathroom and saw that, she would look out for the other woman. And say, hey, just so you know, that guy wipe his ass.
Sorry to be so poo-poo pee-pee. Just then, I was just very intrigued by that.
Nice.
And then I
get that.
Yeah, it was just something different. It's always exciting to see something different.
Yeah, of course.
I also have very sad news to bring to the podcast.
Okay, what happened?
So I drove down to South Carolina, and as you know, I did that a few times when I was a child. A couple times when I went to Disney as I was a child.
Okay.
And a relic from our childhood is gone. Something that was a staple and something that was exciting, different, one of a kind, that every person that lived in the Northeast that went down to Florida would experience and be overjoyed about is gone. The signs for south of the border saying how many miles you are away is completely disappeared.
Oh, really?
We lost a lot of great things during COVID. I did not predict the signs for south of the border being one of them.
Interesting.
There were 3 signs.
Oh, so there's some, but not as many.
Some. Do you remember how many there were?
Yeah.
There used to be.
It's the biggest. Talk about not living up to the hype.
Yeah. But that's what made it fun.
Yes, yeah.
You would, my dad the whole time would be like, well, remember, this is going to suck, right? South of the border, Buc-ee's was the exact opposite. South of the border was a great lesson for society to learn that, like, hype doesn't mean that something's going to be good.
Yes.
The more something is hyped, the worse it's going to be.
Yeah.
The more the dudes in your DMs being like, you have no idea, I'm a fucking be wild. I'm going to make you go scream. I'm going to make your toes hit the ceiling. And he gets there. He goes, hi, how you doing? Hi, thanks for having me over. You have no idea, babe. You're gonna be upside down. I'm gonna turn you inside out, babe. You never experience anything like me. Do you have any water? Can I get a glass of water?
Yeah, people that have to tell, not show their sexual skills, I would imagine. To come in that hot, to be like, I'm going to throw your world off the DM, I just don't believe.
Dudes do it.
They do?
Yeah.
They just talk that. Also, they just fundamentally, I think, misunderstand women. I think you need to warm somebody up.
100%.
You're not just gonna come in somebody's DMs and just go, let's go straight sex talk is wild.
Like you always say, a woman is an oven.
You got to listen to some Charlie XCX first, man. What are you doing? I'm not
100%.
listening to Charlie XCX for that reason.
Well,
but you need to at least relate. Like you need to. What? That's crazy to just be like.
Men fuck like they're microwaves.
Okay.
We're
true.
We're quick and we don't care about the quality.
Yeah,
we have an end goal.
That is true.
Right? We have an end goal.
Yeah.
Women fuck like they're ovens.
Yeah, which is good.
You turn it on. You go, okay. Let's wait a little while
we gotta
before
heat
I
up.
stick it in.
Yeah, you're right.
Right? Men stick it in before they even hit starts. Men don't give a shit, analogy. Right? And women, you got to turn it on. Maybe you go do something else. Sure. You come back. You go, we're ready. Right? And then you let it bake and you keep checking on it.
Yes, for sure.
You don't check on a microwave. If you do, you get cancer. And you pull it out. You go, oof, that hurts. Right? And you taste the quality and you go, I wish I put it in the oven. That's what sex with men is. They go, I wish I'd had the patience to put it in the oven.
Yeah.
And women, they come out with a beautiful, you got muffins afterwards.
Absolutely.
Yeah, nah.
Or pizza pie. You make pizza in the oven. You don't make pizza in the microwave.
You should only do sex pizza, only do microwave when you're alone. Yeah. That's why, because
exactly.
We practice.
You do that like microwave.
Yes, you practice.
For sure.
You practice. When you eat alone, you put shit in the microwave.
Yes.
But remember, sex is having a guest over for dinner.
Yes.
Turn the fucking oven on. Preheat that shit, babes.
This is good. You're right. It needs to be preheat. So come on right in the microwave is wild in the DMs.
To slam it.
Yeah. Just absolutely slam it.
And you know what the thing about microwave is? You never let it finish. You always open the door before it beeps.
Yeah, you don't want to wake anybody up.
The two things about men, they never let a woman's rare to finish, and so is the microwave beep. You always pull that door right before you get the finish.
I'm sorry, babe. What, do you want me to get cancer? To be like that is wild.
Oh, it's unbelievable. It is and just chew it down, the quality, just burn your fucking mouth.
Yeah, we have no standards.
Yeah, we have no standards. But we have to just remember, it's a guest.
Yeah. We
should, when women come to have sex, that's a guest coming over.
Yes.
Put out your fine china, a.k.a. change your sheets.
Preheat the oven.
Preheat the oven.
That's the number one thing you could do is preheat the oven.
Just preheat the oven. Don't stick it in without heating it up.
If you need to learn anything, preheat the oven.
Preheat the oven. Get some advice.
For sure.
But wow, that was a big turn.
That was a big turn. That was a great analogy, though.
Thanks. You know how pissed I was that they took analogies off the SAT right before I took it?
Oh, really?
Because I would have.
I love analogies too.
I love it. They're so fun. They're so
they
easy.
Are fun.
I'm all about analogies.
Yeah.
So south of the border is gone. R.I.P. All the signs.
All the signs are gone.
Yeah, and
It was on its last leg. I feel like when I don't even remember the last time I drove down there. Over 10 years ago. Was the last time I drove. But yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, it sucks. But I just had to, because that was the part. I called my father, called my family. Everyone was upset.
Yeah.
Everyone, because it was just like, it was part of our trip.
Yeah.
It was part of our memory, was south of the border. But that's what growing older is like being okay and letting go of things.
For sure. It was almost like themed dollar stores.
That's what it was.
It was like different types of dollar stores.
We went in because I was like, oh, it was such a big memory for my family.
Yeah.
I said, I'm going to buy my dad a gift for Father's Day here.
That would have been cute. Do they even have TVs? Do they even have T-shirts?
Yeah, they have T-shirts.
They do.
Well, that's what I got my dad. I got my dad a T-shirt, but
that said south of the border.
It said south of the border with a little dude chilling on a chair. But I messed up. I bought him I would go, oh, it's tiny. This looks small. I realized I bought him a youth T-shirt. I bought him a T-shirt for children. I bought my dad a child's T-shirt for Father's Day.
Well, yeah, he'll be nice. I don't know.
I mean, maybe
he'll appreciate the thought.
Maybe I'm just trying to keep my dad with the time. I bought him a baby tee.
Yeah. He'll appreciate the thought.
You ever hold up a girl's T-shirt, like see it off their body and see how tiny they are?
Yes.
It's not. I don't need a magic show. I just want to look at women's clothes before they go on the body and afterwards.
Yeah, it is crazy.
It truly blows my mind. I don't even understand how those two things exist.
Yeah, we went to the mall and we were in, I want to say maybe the Vans store, and you thought that the children's section was the women's section. And I had to ask because I didn't know either. And we asked, and they were like, "No, that's for kids." And it was really small shirts.
But I've hung out with girls
smaller than this gavel, the entire shirt, I would say.
Yes,
from start to finish.
I mean, like,
no, you're right.
Women wear shirts that size. It blows my mind.
For sure,
shirts that they wear.
Yeah, especially a crop top, which is popular right now. It's barely a shirt.
Crop top. Yeah.
I'm not trying to sound like don't show off your
No,
body. We're not opposed to this.
No, we would never.
It's just hard to tell.
I would never tell someone not to show off their
Yeah,
body.
for sure. But
I would never.
It is.
It's just a trick.
Yeah, it's a trick.
It's truly like, and to hold it up and be like, "That will fit me."
You to know that
blows my mind. I hold up a shirt, and it's a children's shirt. I go, "That will fit my father." I'm just so out of touch with what will fit people.
Yeah,
I'm like this.
Yeah,
like 7 inches across. I go, "That'd be good for my dad."
Yeah.
My dad is 6'2".
Yeah.
So that was the sad part of south of the border. But it was fun to go to the south. It was fun, the Southern charm.
Did it work on you?
Oh yeah.
That's nice.
I kind of learned this when I was there. Any place, the people that I'm gonna love most from the place are the people with the accent.
Probably so.
Right? Any place I go, the people who have the accent of that location are the people I love.
Yes.
Anyway,
because they're the charm. They stayed.
They're you.
They're the you of this other place.
Yes, 100. They're not the people that move
the culture.
There.
Yes, they're the culture of the place.
Because Charleston now has a saying called "all full up," because so many people are moving there.
Oh, I've heard
all
this.
Full up. You've heard that?
All full up. Yeah. I've heard it's just getting crazy.
Yeah. Well, and so then, like, of course, there was a lot of those people the all full up people down there. But anyone that had that charm, that like, well, I do know.
It's fun.
It's so
I used to be obsessed with doing the accent because I would live there for a long period of time, and if I'm there for a long, you just get intrigued.
Oh, bless my heart. Oh, bless your heart, child. You do that. Like,
because the longer you're there, the better you'll get at doing it, and you'll notice like the specifics that make it so fun.
It's what made it so fun.
What?
That when they do the accent, they kind of shake their head no.
Oh,
you must understand here, child. That
yeah. It's more than just a voice. As a New Yorker, is more than just the voice. It's the hands. It's the motions. It's the way you move. No, it's a whole essence of Southern charm. That is nice, and they are fun.
And so anywhere I go, my new goal is to meet people with that accent.
That is fun
because that's who the place is.
Yes.
Because if you're going to a place and you're talking to people without the accent, that's talking to the Sweet Greens of the town.
Yes.
That's talking to the Chipotles.
Yes.
That's not really what the place is. It might appear from that, and you as a tourist might consume that.
Yeah.
But that's not what drew all those people to this place.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's fun. You got to meet my cousins. My cousin moved from Brooklyn. He's a half Italian, half Puerto Rican. Went from Brooklyn to South Carolina, has half a Brooklyn accent and half a y'all accent.
Oh, that's
and he's
funny.
He's like so of the place. You know what I mean?
Because it's brick as shit outside. Yeah. Oh, y'all, I'll be there in a minute, y'all.
Yeah, he just works in some of the Southern stuff. He's still mainly, I would say, a New York accent, but he works in some of the Southern phrases very naturally with his New York accent, and it is funny to hear.
Hey, sweetheart, can y'all grab me a cup of coffee?
Yeah, he's more New York.
Coffee.
Yeah. He's more talking like New York and be like, y'all know, like he just slips into it's more New York with a supplement of South Carolina.
That's fun. Like,
it is fun.
Yeah, she was fucking giving me an attitude. I'm like, bless her heart.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh, nothing's better than a couple of hush puppies and fried fish. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Yeah. Y'all got to try the chicken palm. It's like a combination of that. Funny. Which I guess there is that too down there.
Yeah, in Charleston it wasn't.
It wasn't as much as that.
Nah, it's not as New York-y.
Yeah.
It's more. It feels like it's almost like that Georgia Southern kind of a lot of which is interesting. A lot of like that Southern style of like getting dressed up, wearing dresses and seersucker suits.
Yeah.
And a lifestyle I have no interest in.
Yeah.
No interest in.
Yeah, that is funny.
If it's interesting, if I make enough money that on my free time I'm gonna start wearing suits. If I make enough money that on my free time I start wearing suits, no, the plan went off rails.
Yeah.
No, that something happened wrong.
Yes.
Because that's like the style. Everyone's going out and getting all dressed up there. And Charleston is actually, someone told me, the #1 place now for weddings over Vegas.
Oh wow.
In the country.
Interesting. I didn't know. Is that there like a law loophole for elopement? Or?
It's all because of the beauty of the location.
Interesting. And it's just somewhat affordable.
I
or not even necessarily.
Not even. I think it's just all about how beautiful actually how beautiful it is.
Yeah.
Which is, what a fucking flex.
Yeah.
What a flex. Be like, nah, we don't have like elopement here. It's just like, we're just so hot that people want to get married around us.
And the weather's pretty good most of the year.
No, it's hot. It's a swamp.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah, it was thick.
Interesting.
When I first got down there, I felt like I was in a humidifier.
Oh, wow. Yeah, this is the summer especially.
Yeah.
Interesting. That's a flex for sure.
Yeah, be like, my city's so hot that people want to come here to show their love to each other.
And it was cute?
The city?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's rich. It feels rich.
It does.
Where we stayed was on the beach, but the city itself felt bougie and rich, and
I could see that.
Which is, I think it's changed over the years.
Yeah.
And also, I forget in the South, like I asked the audience a question about ghosts, and then someone came up to me afterwards, and they're like, oh, you're lucky these people didn't answer. They answered with the dog thing, because most of our ghosts are just horrible stories.
I could see that.
Like, I forget. I'm such a northern guy that we don't have these like oh yeah, where they do their farmers market is where they used to sell slaves.
Well,
like,
that's what I'm thinking about these wedding venues.
It's just
that some of them might be
plantation bullshit.
Yeah, less than great places.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Oh,
no, they have a dark past.
Like
not a good past.
I don't think about like how fucking brutal it was.
It's not. Yeah, it's not a good place in a lot of ways.
No. Well, you have to grow. You know. We can't. It is a liberal place, but like we have to allow growth. You know.
For sure.
After fucking horridness, but they're like the ghost stuff is all sad stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, it is sad. I mean, it's real. It's very real. And it's not good.
I went to, and then I was like, when I was down there, I was like, the one thing I know is I need a fish fry. They're like famous for fish.
Okay.
And they hush
yeah,
puppies.
good fish food down there, I would say.
Yeah. So I was like, I need to go to a spot with like that they got fish. You know.
Okay.
And I went to like this place called Hyman's.
Okay.
And in there, they were like, this person's Oprah's been there. The table I was sitting at said Dolly Parton sat here.
Okay.
You know,
apparently a lot of good food in Charleston. I've heard it's a good food city.
Yeah, I got a Cuban sandwich that was pretty good too.
Nice.
And so we're sitting there, and we tell people that we went to this place Hyman's, which I guess is a tourist spot, and everyone like judged us.
Yeah, that's why I stopped in New York judging tourists a long time ago. Because I'm like, they are tourists. This is the same shit I do. They're coming to the city that's the best city in the world. I used to live by the World Trade Center. At a certain point, I'm like, this is where I live. Like, this is a tourist attraction.
Yes.
To live in New York City, especially by these huge tourist attractions, and then be annoyed at tourists is so strange to me.
They were polite, the people. I could just tell they were disappointed we didn't go
because you went to...
It had, like...
That means they really did view you as one of their own.
35,000. Yeah. They had like 35,000 reviews on Google.
Yeah.
I was like, how am I not going to go to this place that Oprah has a shout out?
It's so funny that they weren't treating you like a tourist. They're like, he's a local. He should go to local. This kind of guy should go to local spots. Maybe because you have an accent.
I give off local energy.
You have the energy of a guy who wants to learn about the local. You just said the people you want to know are the people with the strongest accent.
It's true.
And I would imagine that's not. I don't know what this place Hyman's was like, but
it was good. It was great.
I would say that's probably why they were having that disappointment.
I guess it's like going to Juniors in the city or something like that.
Yeah.
And yeah,
which Juniors is good.
It's good if
you like a cheesecake
and you're like, I want a New York style cheesecake.
It's
like
a good fucking cheesecake.
Yeah, and I had good hush puppies.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Very solid. Joe's Pizza is good.
Joe's Pizza is good.
Yeah,
you're from out of town. You go to Joe's. I'm not judging you.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm not judging you for a second, right? And I felt the same way about that. I mean, there's a line there every day.
Yeah.
They don't do reservations. It's just wait on a line, which is like how you know a place is really popular and good for tourists.
Yeah, that's nice.
So, but we need to stop. We need to let tourists live as tourists.
Yeah, I agree.
And actually, it's better.
Yeah.
Because then you get to your place.
Yeah. It's interesting. I guess they have a little bit more of a blend of tourists and people that live there. Myrtle Beach was it's all chain restaurants and then some food, like some seafood spots along the water. But it's pretty much like a heaven of chain restaurants.
Yeah.
And the tourists are the main thing. Like everybody is catering to the tourists. The town is dead when there's no tourists. It's not necessarily cool to be a local.
Yeah.
The whole thing is just tourism. So
yeah, no, this was much different than Myrtle Beach.
Yeah, for sure. My one cousin actually that I was just talking about, his sister, who also is my cousin, obviously lives in Charleston. I feel like I should say that.
Oh, okay, we'll say
shout out my cousin.
Shout out Theater 99. Thanks for hosting.
Yeah, shout out Theater 99.
Wonderful theater. They were absolutely amazing.
I've heard. I have another friend that lives in Charleston. He said he goes, and it's a fun staple of the community.
It is a staple of the
That's
community.
what he was telling me.
Like
and it's like a full ass town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have a good community, and the people that ran it were so lovely. So that's always nice to meet. Meet people like that. I did get a sunburn. I did have to bear the beach.
Yes.
I had to bear the beach, and I was. You know that you don't like something when you're looking at every opportunity to find what's wrong with it.
Okay.
Like we went into a surf shop, and I'm just asking them about sharks. I'm asking them.
You are hoping they say there's a ton of sharks. You shouldn't go.
They were a ton of sharks.
Okay.
It's actually amazing that we go in the water at all.
I don't disagree.
It's actually mind blowing because I would never jump into an aquarium full of these animals. Yeah. But why when
fish freak me out?
Why when we make the aquarium like God made or like from the earth? I'm just like, get my tush in there.
Yeah.
I can't wait to get my tush in that water.
Yeah.
Right? Why am I all of a sudden excited to get my tush in God's aquarium?
Yeah, I don't know. There's a scary place, the ocean.
Terrifying.
Entry level to a very scary place.
I mean, like even the fish to go. Ooh, I can't even not even ones that are gonna hurt me scare me.
Oh, I know, 100%. I grew up Jersey Shore. You can't really see what's happening.
Well, that's what they said.
And it's kind of like whatever. You know that jellyfish. So you're kind of just like, how long can you take the anxiety of not necessarily knowing what's going around? I just assume it's all seaweed, and that's better for my mental health. I go to these places like you go to the Caribbean, or I went to Hawaii once or Portugal, and you can see the fish in the place. And I'm worse somehow in these nicer beaches because I know. I'm like, there's a fish over there. I'm a fish over here. I'm like doing hot musical steps. I don't even know what steps.
We walk.
Dance Dance Revolution.
People go into the ocean like we're burglars.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is that? What is that? Get out. Yeah. You know, like we approach, and that's the proper way to approach it.
I would say so.
Like we are trespassing
for sure
when we go in the water.
Yes.
The woman at the store, it's the surf store, because there was things that you could wear magnets on your wrist to shoo sharks away.
Okay.
It had like some frequency that made the sharks not want to come by you or something.
Oh, interesting.
I don't know if it's real or not, but who knows?
Sounds fake.
And she was, yes, definitely sounds like some Alex Jones medicine. Yeah. But who knows?
For sure. Sounds fake,
maybe
maybe
peace of mind. And she was telling me I was getting the politics around it.
Which is valuable.
Yeah. She was like, oh yeah, all the others. surfers judge surfers if they wear it.
Okay.
I'm like, oh yeah, fuck this community. You know what I mean? like you're all peace and love, but like I'm not a pussy. You know?
Yeah.
And I go, oh, are sharks are real around here? And she goes, yeah, my friend got bit. And then she says, there's a bullhead nursery, which is like where mother sharks go give birth to sharks. They go, oh yeah, there's a bullhead nursery right around the bend here. And my friend says if the water was clear, no one would ever go in it.
Wow.
And then the next day we had to go to the beach.
I will say this. Everyone that I used to meet in Myrtle Beach would tell me they had a friend that got bit by a shark.
Everyone's got bit by a shark.
Everybody has a friend that got bit by a shark. My cousin, I guess he's my dad's cousin, but he would always scare me into not going in the water, tell me I'm going to get eaten by a shark.
Then what's the point of living by the beach?
You do eventually go in. I don't know. People go in. But they would talk, shark shit is real.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, it would just be like everybody knew somebody that got bit by a shark. It wasn't like a crazy thing.
Here's my thing. Victims I feel for, right? It's I go, a victim of a horrid event is hard. But you went into their house.
Yeah.
You went into the shark's house. Like, I want to feel for them, but I'm not getting bit by a shark.
Yeah.
I'm not going into their home.
You didn't go in? So you didn't go in the water?
I went up to like my knees.
Okay.
I would like go, so it's like it was on my shin and then the wave would hit my thigh.
Was it not super crowded?
On one day it was crowded, the other day it wasn't.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
The weekends were crowded, not the weekends, you know?
Well, the big thing is you don't have to be faster than the shark. You just have to be faster than the person next to you.
Yeah. And that's why when I went on Saturday, everyone started standing by me.
But you're actually...
I was the most
You're a strong swimmer.
I was the most popular man at the beach. Everyone goes, we found him. I heard horns and I saw a family go, over by him. Over by the man wearing a button down in the ocean. And me just going, oh, what's going on? Yeah. I was the I was the magnet.
Yeah, okay.
That woman I talked to at the surf stop texted her friend.
You were the person you had to be faster than, not the shark?
We found them. We found the sacrifice for the weekends. That's who I was this weekend.
Interesting. Well, you're a strong swimmer.
Yeah, I am, but they don't know.
Yeah.
They don't know.
And you weren't even in territory though.
No, I was.
If you only went up to your knees.
Well, here's the thing, because I got the first day I like wear a button down because it's nice, like a linen, so it's easy to take on and off by the beach, right? I think a button down on the beach is real nice.
A linen button down is really nice, especially long sleeve if it's really light.
Oh yeah,
I think is nice because then you don't get especially you burn easily.
I burn easily.
Yeah, you got to get a hat and a long
linen. I'm not trying to play like a t-shirt. Then it gets like wet and gross.
Yes.
But like when you take off and put on, it'll like get gross. But a nice button down, I think is ideal for the beach.
Yes.
And the first day I got tricked.
Okay.
I didn't realize that there's a battle between these two things. That there's an ever fighting war between wind and spray on suntan lotion.
Oh, of course.
I had no idea that they were at constant ends with each other and that I had to be in a no wind zone to get the suntan lotion on.
Or you have to be in the direction of the wind and let the wind work with you.
I was working against the wind.
Yeah, you want to work with the wind. You figure out, you just do a spray, which way is it going? All right, you stand there so it will land on you.
Oh, so
that's the strategy. I mean,
Robbie.
I've been to the beach before.
He's licking his finger. He's putting it up in the air.
Yeah.
He goes, two clicks west and we could get the lotion on your nose.
Did you ever go on like a beach vacation?
With my family?
Yeah.
Never.
You never did a full week we sit on the beach?
No.
Yeah. I did that a lot.
Yeah, no.
Like a lot of my vacations were we sit on the beach for a week, go to the boardwalk at night.
And what'd you think?
It was fun. Usually it's a big group. So we used to go to Ocean City, Maryland with maybe 50 people. We were on this big group trip. And then my dad we started bringing our cousins. It was just like a whole big ass group. And then we started going to Myrtle Beach. And then I had my whole family there. So it was always, we would be like 20 deep. At least.
Wow.
In Myrtle Beach, yeah.
That's pretty cool.
So it was fun. It was fun and then we would always bring people down my house. It was never just like the five of us staying at the house.
That is fun.
It was fun.
Yeah.
It's a lot of parties. I grew up a lot of family parties.
Everything
was a family party for the most part when I grew up, and it was very rarely the 5 of us.
Which is interesting too. When I was a kid, it was a lot of family parties, and I think the idea of like these big family parties are kind of going away a little bit.
I could see that because people maybe don't live as close.
People with the internet, it keeps people close, but moves them further apart.
Yeah. I mean, you grew up next to literally next door to your cousins, which I think is very common. My mom grew up that way. My dad grew up that way.
Yeah, I love them so much. You know what I mean? Like, and it's nice that I am able to see them online, but I don't see them in person. It was like years without seeing one of my cousins, which is so sad.
It is sad,
and that's on me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's a different story.
I think I'm gonna for sure. I think I might see my cousin Friday, who lives in Brooklyn. Grew up in Brooklyn. We're the same age, and we see each other maybe once a year, and I'm excited. My aunt has a pool in Brooklyn.
What's going
in-ground pool.
In-ground pool in Brooklyn?
In-ground pool. Nice in-ground pool. Yeah, deep in Brooklyn, but still.
I'm not getting the invites?
Oh,
that's why you asked me what I'm doing this weekend.
TBD. No. I'm going to hang out with my cousin, but and I would love to see my cousin, but she invites me to the pool and I don't go, so I'm like, let me scope out.
Yeah, go scope the situation.
But it's nice. We grew up going to her pool.
That will be nice.
Yeah.
That is nice. I'm happy that you're doing that. Yeah,
me too.
I think I got my full of the beach, you know?
Yeah, the beach, especially in New York, is kind of tough.
Yeah, I'm never going to the beach in New York.
Yeah.
People that go to the beach in New York really need to just move to a new location.
They just really miss the beach.
Yeah.
They really miss the beach.
That's like...
And I get it.
Going to the beach in New York is like putting some ketchup and like Kraft singles on a piece of bread and being like, oh, where's the pizza?
Yeah.
It's truly like you're like I'll take the worst possible option so I could remember how good this could be.
I know. If you go make a day out of it, like go to Coney Island for the day, or you go make a day out of the beach, I get that.
Yeah.
But the people that are just going to the Rockaways just to sit there for a few hours and get on 2 buses and a train and a ferry back, I'm like, you really are dedicated to this mission.
New York has other great stuff to offer.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, but it happens. Summer's hot here. I don't.
It is hot for sure.
And not everyone has money to leave the city.
Yeah, to do that.
So I like totally get. I mean, like New York sucks everything from you. So like, sometimes you don't have money to go leave.
Yeah.
I was looking at
It's always just like when you see somebody in New York that went to the beach, you're like, I understand the struggle and the journey that you went to get there.
Yes.
You really love the beach. If you see somebody on Instagram stories that lives in New York City and they're on the beach, like in the Rockaways, Queens, whatever, you're like, oh, this is somebody who their love of the beach should not be questioned ever.
Never.
Yeah.
They are
don't understand what they went through to get there.
It's like people that live in South Carolina by the beach that go all the time. They love the beach. You live in Queens and you're going to the beach.
Yeah.
You're fucking nuts for that shit. You're nuts for the fucking beach.
Yes.
That's amazing. Hey everybody, we are super excited because we have a sponsor for today's episode, and that sponsor is Sunset Lake CBD, and they have a new product, and that's why they're our sponsor today. They are the Delta 9 gummies. There's 50 milligrams of CBD and 5 milligrams of THC in every one of these gummies. Guys, these will get you ripped. Honestly,
take enough.
Take enough. I take one.
Oh wow, you feel nice off one.
Well, it depends how much you can handle of the THC.
True. That's
right.
True.
So what I like about these is that Sunset Lake, it's not like these random gummies that you're buying throughout Brooklyn and the city, going into a store. And I'm not sure how much the dosage is going to be, where it's coming from, if there's pesticides in these. These are gluten-free, vegan. I know exactly the farm that they came from. Every single gummy has the same amount of THC, same amount of CBD in it. So I know if I take one, I'll feel this. If I take two, I cannot take phone calls. So if you want to hang with the boys and maybe make the podcast a little bit funnier, we need a little help sometimes. Grab some of these Sunset Lake Delta 9 gummies. Also, if you're a lighter weight than me, go check out the Good Vibe gummies from Sunset Lake CBD. They are 1 milligram THC, so that you could really figure out how much you want to take. So if you want a little something more with the punch, go for the Delta 9s. If you want something a little lighter, go with the Sunset Lake, go with the Good Vibe gummies. And those will be 1 milligram THC. They also have tons of other CBD products there. What I consume, as me personally, I like
THC.
I like the THC. So
Same.
use the promo code LOUD, 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 when you buy these gummies. They're a good deal online. With the promo code, you'll get a discount, and you'll be supporting the podcast while having a little fun too. So use that promo code loud on Sunset Lake CBDs and cop some of these Delta 9 gummies to feel that funny energy. Beautiful, Robbie. Let's get back to the show.
Speaking of Queens, I was in Queens this weekend, and
50
Cent went. So past guest of the podcast, Brittany Brave. Shout out Brittany Brave.
50 Cent. I must have missed that episode.
She did in Miami a roast of Diddy, and 50 showed up.
Whoa!
He said he couldn't miss a roast of Diddy in Miami.
Of course, he fucking hates Diddy.
It was like at a bar. It wasn't even. It was just like at a comedy show. Like a bar comedy show.
Incredible.
And 50 Cent put it on his Instagram.
I mean, 50 Cent really is on the right side of history.
Oh,
huh?
shout out. In a lot of ways. In more
50?
ways. Shout out 50. Shout out Brittany.
Shout out 50.
Past guest of the pod. But I was in.
We should title one episode like fuck Diddy or only 50. You know? Like
get him to just try to lure him in.
Just try to lure him in. See if we can hook him.
Yeah, we might be able to.
We might.
It's not that crazy. We're not that far away from being able to lure in 50 Cent. Because I think the people that really do align with what you like are trying to do, they will show up. And if you're not fake, like you're not just clout chasing 50 Cent for the purpose of clout chasing 50 Cent.
I would want to meet him.
You know, yeah, 100%.
I would, yeah.
I always feel that way of like, if it comes off clout chasey, that's one thing. But if it reads as like, yo, I was raised on you, they will always appreciate that.
I mean, I had G-Unit shirts.
I was
50. It's like, like many men wish death upon me. I get you 50, you know? But see, the difference was people were actually trying to kill 50.
Yes.
For me, it was like, oh, he doesn't deserve to be in National Honor Society. I'm like, many men wish death upon me. I'm like, they're like, he doesn't deserve that part in Once Upon a Mattress. Blood on my dog and I can't see. Right?
Yeah.
That was the difference. I was like, they're socially trying to get me. 50, they were trying to literally kill you. For me, they were trying to just hold me down, being like, this motherfucker should be on JV.
I know.
I'm trying to be what I'm destined to be. They're trying to take my life away.
100%. You don't have to tell me. I would, listen to Till I Collapse to run to get 7th place in the mile.
Yes.
Shit, I would listen to Lose Yourself before. To take the PSATs. To take an exam. I would listen to.
I would be bumping Get Rich or Die Trying 100%. Before I went to go be a busboy at Applebee's.
Absolutely. Soul Survivor, one of my big. What am I? A Soul Survivor. I had glasses, braces, and was afraid of my own shadow. I was literally afraid of fireworks until I was 15 years old, listening to Soul Survivor.
Damn.
But anyways, I was in Queens again this week, and I saw my cousin's friend who I spoke about on an earlier podcast,
the barbershop debacle.
About the barbershop debacle, and he gave a slight update that I wanted to give the people. He said it's at a point now where there's so much tension between the two of them that he can't be in the barbershop if he's not cutting his hair. So he had to go to the bathroom the last time because there was like a minute or two before he was wrapping up and starting his haircut that he just went to the bathroom and stared at himself in the mirror until he was ready. And that there's so much tension that if this man is not physically touching his head, cutting his hair, that he can't even be in his presence.
Can I tell you this?
What?
This motherfucker is the embodiment of loyalty over love.
Yes.
This dude,
well, that's what he keeps going. He goes, well, where else am I going to fucking go? That's his only reason that he can't go anywhere else.
These people will ruin their life. They think that they're part of like a dynasty, like a dynasty or like an empire, that they have to have loyalty about the tape up they're getting.
He gets once a week, too.
Yeah. I'd rather have loyalty than love. Right? Like he's just in the mirror and he goes, I hate this motherfucker, but I never do him dirty. I never let another fucking hand. I wouldn't piss on this fucking piece of shit if he was on fire. But would I ever go get another Clippers to touch my head? Never. Because
it's crazy.
I walked into your barbershop randomly 15 years ago. 15 years ago, I walked in here by accident, and now I'm loyal forever.
He walked in somewhere else, and he's followed him here.
Wow.
He's followed him to his new spot. I mean, they just go back and forth because I see the text. He goes, "Hey, when can I come in tomorrow?" And then the other guy will just go Sunday. And then Friday comes, and then the guy goes, "Actually, I can do Saturday." And then they just play this game, and they both hate each other in some ways. But when they're cutting each other's hair, it's all good. So much tension.
People are wild.
But he was telling me some interesting things. For the first time in New York City history, Lucy's are cheaper than a pack of cigarettes.
So like a single cigarette.
A pack or a cigarette now in Manhattan, New York is $20.75, and Lucy's, there's 20 cigarettes in a pack, are $1 famously. So it is cheaper to buy 20 Lucy's than it is to buy a pack of cigarettes.
Damn.
Which is a weird place in the market right now. And I don't think the Lucy guys are going to change on their stance. I mean, I don't know. Where are the Lucy guys getting their cigarettes? Probably not from New York.
Those are illegal cigarettes they sell on Lucy's. And how do you know if a deli sells Lucy's? If they have a lighter attached to a rope that's attached to the counter.
Oh, yes.
If you see the lighter on a string, that's how you know you can ask the guy if they have Lucy's. And you know what that also means? That means you light the cigarette inside and you run out.
Yeah.
Because that place they don't care.
Yeah.
They got Lucy's from North Carolina. They're selling.
100%. I had a family member that was his career, was to buy cigarettes from North Carolina.
Career.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
But yeah, his career was buying cigarettes and bringing them to New York City. That was a legitimate career in the 80s and 90s.
Bro, you know, my boy bought a car from selling $5 packs.
Yeah.
My boy bought a car.
I don't know if people realize this.
That was truly it was like, oh, you're going to get a summer job? No, I have a cousin that lives in Virginia. Oh, say less.
Yeah.
Say less. I know what's happening here. Right?
Yeah.
And parents would just support this.
Had to, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a legitimate job.
Yeah, you make money.
That people, maybe you were like, oh, that's a little weird, but nobody was batting that much of an eye.
No, it was
almost
accepted.
everybody knew, like people knew somebody that got bit by a shark. Almost everybody knew somebody that their full-time job was smuggling cigarettes.
And there would be
in New York.
And there would be delis that would sell illegal cigarettes too.
Yeah.
Like if you had to know them, and then they would give you the cheap pack.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. Because they wouldn't be stamped, so they would get in trouble.
If they got sold.
If they got sold, yeah.
So that's what's like, oh, this is for the people in the neighborhood.
Yes.
And this is whatever. My cousin was also complaining that he's not getting the local discount on places, because a lot of places are charging like crazy prices for certain things.
Yeah, that's disrespect.
And he's just like, but also I'm like, what, did you try being nice, Joe? Yeah. Did you try not starting everything from such a hostile place?
Nah, but once you feel the disrespect.
Well, that's what he is. I think he comes in feeling disrespected.
I went to a bodega once in my neighborhood, and I got 50 cents change, and they gave me 5 dimes. I never walked back in.
Okay.
I go, you're disrespecting me, giving me 5 dimes?
Yeah.
I'd rather you tell me you don't have the 2 quarters.
Yeah.
Then you put 5 dimes in my... If they gave me 10 nickels, I would have thrown it in the motherfucker's face. The disrespect, when you're getting 50 cents change for them not to give you 2 quarters, they say, I hate you as a human. I don't respect you as a person, and I'm willing to give you 10 nickels so you walk around all day going, ha-sha, sha, ha-sha, sha, ha-sha, sha.
I mean, yeah, what am I going to do with this? I guess that's the proper response.
I don't eat Tic Tacs for a fucking reason.
They're just trying to get you to give it back to them. I think that's the move.
I have.
You don't eat Tic Tacs for a reason. Yeah, Tic Tacs.
I'm in financial ruins.
Okay.
But I'll give dimes back.
Yeah.
You don't give me 10 fucking dimes.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's wild.
And then I don't go to a place like that.
Yeah. No, apparently like a ice cream cone right now is well above $10, which is crazy.
From a truck?
Yeah, from a truck. $15 for an ice cream cone.
I mean,
which is crazy.
Here's my problem.
What?
Ice cream's for the kids.
Yes. And it's crazy that we used to be able to go. They give a few singles to the kids, and the whole neighborhood could have ice cream.
Ice cream's for the kids.
Yeah.
And what is ice cream besides sugar milk?
what is ice cream besides cold sugar milk? You're
It's
right. Absolutely.
It's cold sugar milk.
Yeah, it is crazy. But
Yeah,
apparently, Mr. Softee now has an app on the phone where you could track the Mr. Softee, which feels like it just defeats the whole point of Mr. Softee.
That's disgusting.
The premise of Mr. Softee is it's a car that they play loud music and you get excited by the sound of it. Half of the excitement of the Mr. Softee is running because you hear the sound from the backyard or from the house.
What's that phenomenon when things come closer, the noise speeds up?
I don't know.
The Doppler effect.
Okay.
Right? I believe that's what it is.
Works for me. I have no idea.
Yeah, that's what it is. Wow, I'm a genius. I learned about the Doppler effect from Mr. Softee.
I could see that.
I learned.
Oh, that is a yeah.
I learned.
It gets faster
We
as it
would
comes.
run around the neighborhood, and even the dumbest kid knew about the Doppler effect because they knew that's how you got ice cream sooner.
100%.
It was almost like a treasure hunt.
Yeah.
And when you would see, when you would run around the corner and you would see the truck, oh, it felt good.
It felt amazing.
Especially, I lived on a cul-de-sac, so it never came down to the end of my block. So I
would have to go to the corner.
We would have to go hunt it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It wouldn't come through.
Not rarely.
Yeah.
It was a dead end.
That's what. Also, it wouldn't always come by every day.
No.
Most days in the summer, but it wasn't guaranteed.
That's amazing, man. You know,
it's sad. It's sad that we don't need to take the surprise or the mystery out of everything. We don't need everything to be like constantly tracked all the time.
Can I tell you this about Mr. Softee?
What?
It's a great surprise. It's a disappointing plan.
That's incredible. 100%.
This
is what they're missing. This is exactly what the essence that they're missing.
It's when you hear a Mr. Softee out of nowhere and you're not expecting it, your day is amazing.
Yes.
When you plan to go get Mr. Softee, it stinks. Yeah. You realize you just paid for crappy soft serve.
Especially if now it's $15.
Yeah, go to
what
Ample
are we
Hills,
talking
go to
about?
Van Leeuwen.
That's crazy.
Go to the deli, get a Toll House, right? A planned Mr. Softee fucking blows.
Yeah. That's crazy.
A surprise Mr. Softee will knock your socks off.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy how expensive this shit has gotten. And an app, we're going to Uber Eats, I guess, Mr. Softee.
I can't, man. I can't with that.
Yeah.
I can't. But
it is funny that he's like, he needs the local discount. He has such a strong accent too. Yeah. So I could see him being like, come on, what the fuck?
I would get pissed if I wasn't getting local discounts.
But you can't be hostile. You can't be hostile.
Nah, I mean, I go to the coffee shop. I never.
That's what I told him.
I only buy large.
I'm trying not to.
I get small. They charge me for smalls. You know, like
yeah.
I get the local discount because I also walk in and I'm pleasant.
Yes. That's part of it.
You got to be kind to the people.
You got to be.
Also, then they feel welcomed in the neighborhood.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm sure he tips.
Yeah.
He's not like a guy like that doesn't not tip.
Yes, even if he hates the person.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing,
because it's about doing the right thing.
It's about. There's nothing better than like an angry New York guy, because they'll tip well, not out of the service, but out of their ego.
Yeah.
If you work in like the service industry and a pissed off New Yorker comes in, know that's going to be a hard table to deal with, but he'll tip out of ego.
Yes.
He'll tip and he'll show everyone. And also he'll have cash.
Yeah, 100%.
A guy like that carries cash.
For sure.
Tremendous.
And it's because it's disrespectful. We're taught it's disrespectful not to tip.
Of course.
Yeah.
And they would never.
Yeah.
It's all ego. And I get it. I tip.
And because it's like then you get a lot of times it's also about having the upper hand in the last word, and well, I wasn't in the wrong.
Yeah.
And you could tip and then just be like, I wasn't in the wrong. No matter how much of an ass you are, you could just go, I left him a good tip because you know what, I had to do the right thing. And it's like, all right, you were a menace maybe the whole time. I don't know what the story is every time.
So I could call a sweetheart for the entire meal.
Exactly. There are people that do that.
Yeah, there are. Hey, I called this.
That's a sweetheart tax. But
Yeah.
at least I pay it.
Yeah, they pay the
it's
sweetheart
better than
tax.
doing the sweetheart and not paying the tax.
1,000%.
But
But for me, I I do wonder what people tip. When you sit at a table, do you wonder what people tip?
Sometimes.
Like, for you, I don't wonder what you tip.
Okay.
Because I know you. I'm not worried about you.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm not like worried. I don't think like.
We tip 20%.
Yeah.
Especially we split. I tip 20%.
Yeah. But now when they pass around the thing that everyone puts their card in, like when they bring it to the table.
Okay. This is sometimes. It's like, oh, do I have to do 22% to offset an 18?
That's
at the table. I see what you mean. Yes.
I always go for 22 because I'm not going to ask people what they're tipping.
I see. And you just assume somebody will come lower.
I'm assuming
I get that.
That one person's going to come in at 18. So I need to make it up for it with the 22.
Yes. My thing is usually 20% round up to the nearest dollar. That's how I generally tip.
Sure.
Unless it's really good service. But that's like the base level.
Yeah.
If you connect with the person or whatever, or get some story out of them, then you give a little more. But
totally.
Yeah.
That
is interesting.
I was just thinking, because now we don't know tips. Back in the day, tips were so obvious because it'd be cash on the table.
Oh, yes.
And now tips are more secretive.
Yeah.
Because if you want to be mean to a waitstaff, that'll just be between the two of you.
Yes. Yeah. And now with everyone getting their own thing, because it used to be also one person, you would at least talk about it. And then you would just add 20% to the bill. Mm-hmm. And then divvy it up that way.
Yep.
But now people could do 15.
Yeah.
In your party.
People could just say no.
I have no idea. People could say no.
I'm assuming,
if somebody said no.
I'm assuming I'm going out to eat with people that aren't saying no. I'm also not worried. It's just a thought I have. I'm not worried about.
Yeah,
about
for sure.
Most people I go out to eat with are very respectful to service workers, right?
Yes.
I just want to say that. But I do. I was like sitting there being like, I really don't know what's going on here.
Yeah, sometimes you don't know.
I don't know.
Or do we have some 18s? Do we have
18?
15s?
That's what I'm worried about.
Yeah. You got to really know if there's a 15. 18, it's not great, but whatever. But if somebody's hitting a 15, then I really need to course correct for them.
And I'm willing to.
For sure.
I'm willing to.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was just yeah, so the ego does get, I mean, I have a little bit of that in me.
Yeah.
I know. It's so funny.
Not the worst thing is that you tip out of spite.
No, it's a tip out.
That's one of the maybe good things that comes from this toxic mentality.
From that machismo.
Yeah.
Yeah, to tip out of look at me.
Yeah.
Look at me.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. Well, I'm happy to be home. I'm happy. It was nice to go to South Carolina. It was wonderful to see another city, and Buc-ee's was a blessing.
I'm glad it was good. I'm glad it lived up to the hype. I love when things live up to the hype.
Yeah, I can't wait
nice.
to show you one day.
I will go for sure.
I know. I was so excited to for you to try the stuff. I made you try it in front of me.
It was good.
I know.
I couldn't even finish my sentences. Oh wow! Oh yeah! Wow! Oh wow! Yeah.
You know, I was excited.
Oh wow! Yeah.
Because I was like describing it as you were eating it.
Yeah.
You were chewing it, and I was saying what you were feeling. So shout out Buc-ee's. Shout out Theater 99. Thanks for having us.
Which I want to say.
Yeah.
I want to say something that reminded me of that. So Bridgerton, I guess, comes out this season. The new season comes out in a day or two or whatever. So one of my friends at work, she was telling me, I don't know if I brought this up on the podcast, but she was telling me she listened to watch the last scene of the first part with the audio description on. So I guess they do something for like visually impaired people.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So as certain hookup situations are happening, they have somebody like describe it in a sensual way.
That's amazing.
So if you're looking for an extra, I don't know,
and how
skin in the game, they describe the scene. So I guess I didn't watch it with the audio assist on.
You got to come through with
or the visual assist on. But it's basically narrating the hookups that are happening while they're happening, and apparently it's pretty horny. So if people are looking for some extra a step in their Bridgerton, that just reminds me of that, is to watch it with the whatever the service is for the visually impaired, where they tell you what's going on, and apparently it adds a level of horniness.
I like it. Beautiful. So yeah, we'll probably watch some Bridgerton. Are you all caught up, right?
I only watched the last scene, so I know. I'm caught up. Yeah, you told me the first.
You're not caught up.
Half of the season.
You only watched the last scene.
But I know what happened up until now. I'm gonna watch the second half. I'll probably watch every episode.
Okay. I'm gonna try to watch it too. So if people in the audience want to go watch it, hate to give you homework, but
hate to give you homework. We both also watched Queen Charlotte in the time since the last one, so we have a lot of material of Bridgerton.
We could talk some Bridgie.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And that's it. Go check out the Patreon. We still have that wonderful episode up where we are in the vlog. We go the American Dream. So check out that. It was a lot of fun. People are vibing on it. I got a couple of messages, people liking it, and a lot of people asking me about the mall that want to go to it. So
it's really fun. I've been really preaching the word of this mall to a lot of different people.
So go
it's fun. Also, maybe we'll do like a question and answer one on the Patreon soon. The Patreon's been nice. It's a nice little community building. Even if you don't have the money, join the Patreon and get in on the combos. And,
you could join for free.
Yeah, you can join the Patreon for free. I think you could see 5 minutes of everything that we do for free. And then if you end up popping in for a month and you get access to everything, you go pop out. But we want people to just be on the Patreon. So join for free.
Join for free.
And join the combo.
Beautiful. All right, Robbie, hit the music.